Hey fellow farmers, this is Bunto and welcome to the account review for, I'm not gonna even try to pronounce his name. You can see it there, you can read it. Alright, so let's start. If you guys watching this after that summoning session, it was terrible. Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry for the shitty monsters. But anyways, let's move on to the account review. So just a quick background, he is a free-to-play player, and he normally gets fighter 2 to 3, doesn't really do rush hour, and needs some suggestions on some teams and stuff. Alright, oh, and shout out to his guild. He's currently in a farming guild, which, you know, you should all be in a farming guild when you're first starting the game, just to get some guild points, right? So yeah, shout outs to GP farmers, and yeah, okay, let's start with the account review. So first, I would always like to review the Nat 5s that he summoned. Not really like the summons, the fusion ones, because you know everyone knows about the fusions ones, right? But not really the ones that you pull. So I'm gonna be, I guess, reviewing that first. So he does have three Nat 5s that he pulled, and they're pretty decent too. So Varad is actually very good now. He was pretty shitty before with his skills, where it didn't reduce the skill to 0, not skill, the attack bar to 0, and it didn't freeze or scale off of defense. But now it does. So both scales off of damage. Scales off of defense for damage, and his absolute 0 is really good. So I can see why you can get up to TOA hard so high in TOA hard at 60 or 70 sometimes. That's pretty good. Varad is yeah, he's like, I guess I would say he's the best monster for TOA hard right now, replacing Beretta. Beretta is still very, very good for his dots, but Varad is very, very good. All right, so yeah, so in terms of how to rune him, really it depends on what you want to use him more for. Like in arena he wouldn't be too good, but in Guild War he's a little bit better just because there's only 3 units, so he would shine more because there's not more things to counter him. But definitely for TOA hard, you would want to build him pretty much, yeah. Actually, you might have it built already. Let me check. Defense, crit damage, defense. Yeah, that's pretty much how you want to build him, right? Get him a good crit rate, which you already have, crit damage, which is kind of low, but it's okay. Once you change the rune, it'll to a 6-star rune, because I think you have a 5-star rune here. Yeah, so it'll just go up anyways. And defense is pretty good, and speed is pretty good, because you can build him for like a kind of wombo combo team for arena. Just kind of give him more speed and reduce his defense a little bit, but because you have to put this slot 2 speed, right? So he wouldn't have as much defense, but he would be a really good in a really decent wombo team for arena. But again, his strength lies in his crowd controlling abilities. So he's better for TOA hard, and not really much monsters can replace him in TOA hard. So definitely how you built him is already pretty good. It's already pretty good. All right, decent speed. So yeah, so he's actually already pretty good. How can you improve upon him? Just get better runes, really. You're building him correctly. So I'm assuming you probably go on Reddit and stuff, because you seem to know what you're kind of doing with him, which is good. Okay, and Brandia, she's a little bit different. She used to be really, really shit, and now she's a little less shit, a little less shit. All right, so it's all in her 3rd skill, right? Attacks the enemy with an attack where the damage is increased by 30% for each harmful effect put on the enemy, and then also puts the enemy to sleep for 2 turns after the attack. So before, when you did something like when you did this skill, it used to take away 2 debuffs on them, so it kind of cleanses the monster, and hurting them, but cleansing them a little bit at the same time, which was kind of stupid. But she can do crazy amount of damage in raids. Top end players use her, and she does a lot of damage. But the problem with her really is she's not too great anywhere else, and also for your level. Like even if I had her, I wouldn't really build her for raids either, because I wouldn't be able to fit her in the team properly. Let's say, yeah. So she does do a lot of damage. So really, she's still kind of bad, unfortunately. She's still kind of bad. But yeah, but you would want to build her basically, basic damage team. So, sorry, a damage dealer. So attack or damage attack. And yeah, so this is this is probably where you want to build her on Rage Blade. And for Verad, what do you have on him? Blade Guard. So really, Verad, yeah, you can build him on anything. You don't really need to put him on Despair, just because his skills already have built-in freeze and reduce attack bar to 0. So pretty much you can put really anything on him. So this is okay too. But for Brandia though, she's a little harder to use, especially like you want to focus her doing damage, so she won't have that much HP, and she's only really used again in raids, but like on like really high level players. And even then, I think who's better now? The water kung fu girl I think is better than her now, just because she has more use elsewhere besides R5. You can use her in dragons, and you can probably use her in necros too. I'm not sure, I don't have one, but I've seen the damage and it's crazy. I totally wish I pulled one so I can build it. But anyway, so that's enough of her. And Rika, you have really good AoE units that are good for TOA hard. I can see why you can get so high again, like just, and why you're focusing on it. TOA is pretty fun. All right, but yeah, so for Rika, you can actually build her a few ways. You can use her as a nuker in arena, just part of like a Wombo team. But you're missing Galleon. You're missing Galleon. You really need Galleon for Wombo teams, right? And yeah, and her third skill does apply slow and dots. So attacks the enemy 3 times. Each attack 40% chance to decrease the enemy's attack speed, and inflicts continuous damage for 2 turns. So she's really good for TOA because she can do dots and also slow. And she really good CC because her second skill is also AoE and it does stun as well. So if you want to build her for TOA, put her on like Despair Focus or Despair Revenge or whatever. What do you have her on? So you have her on Fatal. Okay, so I'm guessing you probably use her in Arena, in Arena then, because this would be the Arena build. You can either go, yeah, like Rage, Fatal, or Violent even, Speed, Crit Damage, Attack. Because in all Wombo teams, you want your slot 2 to be Speed, because you want your monster to be fast enough in order to get the turn before the other guys. Of course, with Bernard's speed buff, so you want to be fast enough so then you can go with Bernard's speed buff and kill the other guys before they can get a turn. And that's usually why you would put slot 2 speed rune for a damage dealer. So you already have Verad, so I'm assuming that's why you're building her for Arena, which is good actually. Let's see, what are her stats here? So yeah, so she's decently, she's decently ruined, although a little slow. But again, for your level, Fighter 2, Fighter 3, this is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. It is completely fine, especially you don't have Galleon, which kind of sucks. Which kind of sucks. I think that's it for your Nat 5s. Okay, so Bernard's decently fast. Lushan is pretty nice too. A little slow, but again, Fighter 2, Fighter 3 doesn't matter. This is okay. This is okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, so that's it for the Nat 5. So let's talk about let's see. Okay, let's talk about your B10 teams. So currently, you can farm Giants and Dragons B10. So Giants is 1 minute and 45 seconds to 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Success rate 99%. And what's your team? How can I get to a 1 minute clear time? All right. You need Galleon. really, you need Galleon. I don't know what your team is, but just from looking here, I'm pretty sure you use Lushin and who else? Yeah, probably Lushin, Sig, maybe Varad. Yeah, Lushin, Sig, Varad, probably Mantra for his AOE armor break. Was it this one? Which one it was? Yeah, this one, AOE armor break. So you probably use like a mixture of these guys. But really, for your level and what you're farming at currently, yeah, 1 minute 45 seconds to 2 minutes 15 seconds is actually already pretty good. Once you get a Galleon, your time will just go down like just a lot faster, really. Because for Giants team, really, you just stick in all the AoE monsters that you have and a Galleon, and you can do it like close to a minute. It's pretty easy, right? Like I do about like around 45-50 seconds, and I have Galleon, Lushin, Legmron, who else? Amir, like just whatever AoE monsters I have, I throw it in with Galleon, and it's okay. All right. Let's see here. So hang on, let me check something out really quickly. Where is your storage? Not sure what other monsters you have. So you do have a Tessarion. Oh, okay, and you have a Thrawn too. So you have a ton of TOA monsters, eh? Ton of TOA monsters. Oh, you have Julie already. That's great. Yeah, but you have Tessarion. Okay, so back to your monster box. So I did pull you a Aklama Mir instead of a Theo, which I'm sorry. But yeah, he's actually very good for, you can build him in a Wombo arena team. If you just take a look at his third skill, emits energy. So whatever, he does an AoE attack that does more damage, 30% more damage depending on how much harmful effect is on the other enemy. So essentially, if you can get on 3 harmful effects, he'll do nearly 100% more damage, and it's pretty good. Just as a point of reference, mine is, he is Rune Speed, Crit Damage, Attack, Fatal Blade. Yeah, Fatal Blade. I think he has something like 2k attack and 177 crit damage, something like that. But anyways, with 3 harmful effects on him, he's able to dish out 40k damage. 40k. He hits twice, he does 20k, and then another 20k. So he does 40k. So Amir is actually very good. So I also do use him in Giants as well. So if you're looking to increase your Giants team, Giants run, definitely build him. And I see you don't have one, so he's actually a really good monster to work on. You'll thank me later when you get a Galleon and you bring him into Giants. You'll see he's actually very good. All right. Other than that, let's see. Do you have any other AoE monsters? Varad, Sig, 2, and then yeah. So once you get a Galleon, really sorry I didn't pull you a Galleon. He would be so good for you right now. You can increase like all the times on your team so easily. But yeah, so like once you get a Galleon, you can use Galleon, Lushin, Sig, Varad, and Amir. Oh, you have a water Kung Fu girl too. But anyways, Amir will be better for Giants, and with that, you'll be able to get your team close to 1 minute for sure. You just kind of have to tweak their speeds here and there, but as long as you get Galleon to go first, really that's all you need. Galleon just needs to go first, and then the rest of your team, as long as they're strong enough, you should be able to decrease the time. I mean, all right. So let's move on to the Dragons B10 team. Let's see here. So you're able to do 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 2 minutes and 45 seconds, 90 to 95 success rate. And you want to know how to speed up and keep the success rate. Vert should be fast or slow. Vert should be fast, first of all. And then, see, when should I change Bella, Vert, and Vero to Violent? See, I am able to use them on Swift and Afraid to Change. Okay, so they're all on Swift right now, eh? Okay, so So probably because of the success rate on giants, so you're probably farming that a lot more than dragons, just because of the fails. I understand, right? Same thing. When when I was a newer player, my dragons would fail like, I think success rate was like 80 to 85%, and my time was probably like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and that deterred me from farming it. All right, so I understand. I understand. Okay, so how do we increase your time? God, you didn't state your team here, but I'll just make a guess. So you probably have, uh, yeah. So Vermos, Bella, Sig, and Megan. I'm assuming, and are they all on Swift? Oh, even your even your Sigmaris is on Swift. So pretty much all your monsters are on Swift. Okay, so you don't farm dragons too often. Okay. Okay. So so really you're not really concentrating on I guess arena too much, because for your dragon's time and your giant's time, and where you can get in TOA and TOA hard, you can finish TOA hard normal, and for sorry, TOA normal, you can finish that no problem, but TOA hard you can get to 70 or 60 sometimes. So you're really focusing on the PvE part of the game, which is good actually, and not too much on the arena, which is fine, right? So to increase your time, yeah, okay, so you already have this, because normally I would recommend Megan, but you're already using Megan, because people don't know the secret of Megan, right? She's so good. Okay, so here, so yeah, I guess the next step really would be switching out your guys to Valiant runes, just so that they can get more procs in and whatnot. So really, you're worried about, oh, and your Bella is really fast too. Okay, so really you're worried about failing more often if you're switching to Valiant. So really, Megan can stay on Swift. That's all she needs anyways. What's this rune here? Okay, so yeah, so just try to increase her. Well, she has really low HP and everything. Okay, so like just continue farming your runes, and I guess upgrading your guys, right? Megan, yeah, she can be a little bit faster. I can see you probably put all your good runes on the other guys. Okay, so yeah, so Megan just needs to be a little bit faster. Your Sigmar he's pretty strong as is, but he's still very slow for being on Swift. But it's okay too. He doesn't need to be too fast, but really you want to enhance all the skills, all the stats if you can. All right, just that yeah, your guys are a little slow even with Swift on. Sorry to say. But yeah, so as for your vert, let's see your vert here. Okay, so your vert is very fast, which is really good. You can actually keep him as this build, but I would probably suggest switching out this attack rune to an HP rune, just so that he'll have more survivability, because as it is right now, why you would want to have your vert on attack is so you can of course kill the enemy, you know, the trash mobs faster and do more damage, right? But I don't think it's worth it to put on a slot 6 attack rune on him until you can one-shot the crystal. Like with attack buff and armor break, you can one-shot the crystal with his second skill, right? So if he can't do that yet, it doesn't really matter if he has attack on. So switch this to HP, just so that he can live more. And yeah, like if you can, change, put on a Violent rune or something like that. Sorry, not Violent rune. Put on Revenge runes. That would be good. All right. Because right now, I don't think you'll be able to have the runes to make him 200 speed on Violent. If you can make him 200 speed on Violent, that's when you would switch him out to Violent. But if you can't, don't do that yet, because you need him to be fast. Because there's no point in him being like 150 speed on Violent, and then he'll only proc Violent like 20% of the time. It's totally not worth it. Going on Swift is a lot more stable. So just keep him here for now on Swift until you get him to 200 speed on Valiant. And again, the slot, change that to HP. You don't need the attack right now. As it is, he doesn't have that much attack anyway. 600 is not going to do anything. You need to So he has like what 1400 here. So you need him to have like at least like 2k or something like that to do decent damage. But yeah, for now, just leave him as is, but change the HP. All right, and Vermos. Oh, okay. Also very fast, of course, on Swift as well. Okay, so for Vermos, he does die out later on in the game, but right now I can see that you still really do need him. So if you want to switch him to Violent, same thing. You need him to be around 200 speed. So pretty much you want to give up Swift, but you're changing it for the extra turns, right? But you don't want to lose too much speed, right? It depends on how much speed you lose, because yeah, Vert, if you're losing 50 speed, it's not worth it. For Vermos though, if you can get him to like 180 or 200 with Violent, definitely switch him to Violent. It'll be more than worth it, just because of the extra Violent procs. He'll be able to stun more often, so then it'll help you. It'll help make the runs more smooth if everybody's stunned, so it's more safer for you. All right, because he really doesn't need a 225 speed. That's just a little overkill. Really, it is kind of overkill, especially if you take Vert's speed leader into account and also speed totem. I don't know what your speed totem is at, but you know, then he'll be very, very fast. So switching over to Violent runes will be very good. Again, if you can keep him at least 180 to 200 speed, then that'll be okay. And yeah, just keep him on like HP or HP defense, doesn't matter. He's just really there for cleansing and stunning. That's all you need him there for. All right, and Bella, same thing. For Bella, you wouldn't need too much speed. Like even 160 or 170 speed Bella would be enough. Yeah, it would be totally enough. Speed, HP, accuracy. Yeah, and that's how you should build her. Actually, I was gonna say, because Bella's main job, right? And Bella's job is very, very important. Armor break, heal, and also remove immunity. So to do the, to remove immunity, which is the most important part, I believe, because if you don't do that, you're gonna die. You don't do enough damage. So you would need accuracy on her. So currently you have 62 accuracy on her. Yeah, I would even suggest getting more accuracy. Just because like I know a lot of people say, oh, it's a waste once you go over for a certain amount. In dragons, you only need, I don't know what people say. What you need only like 50 or 60 or 40% accuracy, right? But because Bella, other than that, Bella doesn't really need too much to survive, right? If you can get her to 20k HP, that's already good enough. And if you can get her to 160 or 170 speed, that's already good enough as well. So then you'll have all this, extra stats left over that you can put elsewhere. I would put it into your accuracy, just because you want to make, give her more of a chance to remove immunity. My Bella with 100% accuracy fell from time to time, and it was really annoying, right? So I can't imagine putting her on 60 and seeing it fail more too. So if you can get her to 100, I say do it. All right, some people will probably be against it, but hey, she doesn't need too much stats, right? Get rid of like 40 speed and like 3000 HP here. You have a lot of stats left over to play with. Why not pull it into accuracy, right? That's all I'm saying. So yeah, definitely you can switch her to Violent, because the speed requirement for Bella isn't that much. It isn't that great. All right, just get her to like 60 or 70 and you're fine. All right, so yeah, you can probably, I don't know what's the your rune quality for Violent right now. So you're probably hoarding a lot of it, which is good. But yeah, definitely switch over Bella. Definitely switch her over Bella. Bella would probably be the easier one to switch, just because the speed requirement is a lot less. Yeah, which would be a lot less. All right, and yeah, so for Megan, yeah, you have her on accuracy here too, which is pretty good, because their strip really matters on the dragon, so that will make it more safe. But yeah, like if you want to make like under 2-minute team, you really need Galleon. You really need Galleon. So I'm just gonna tell you how to progress like in dragons right now, because a lot of people don't know, right? So currently, what you have right now, switch your current team, slowly switch your current team to Violent. Bella would be the first candidate, I would say, just because the lowest speed requirement, and then Vert, if you can get him to like around 200 speed on Violent, put him on that. My Vert, for example, he's currently on Rage, but he's only on that to do damage, right? He's not really he doesn't. I don't need that many turns to kill the dragon because I run double Tarks, right? So I don't need that many turns. But for you, would want him to have as much turn as possible, just so it's safer for you, I guess. All right, and so Vert. So just work on switching those guys to Violent, and then after that, once you get Galleon, that's when you can change to add more damage dealers on your team, right? Because with more damage dealers, you don't need as much heals or as much like defensive type monsters, right? As long as you can kill them off first, you don't really need to worry about that. So for instance, I don't have a healer on my Dragons B10 team at all. Hopefully you watch the video. You'll see what team I use and you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so to get there, you have to slowly progress. Just because you have Vert and Galleon doesn't mean you can switch to that team right away. It takes time, right? So first, once you get Galleon, what you want to work on is getting rid of your reliability on your Megan. Right, so realistically, you want to trade off Megan for your Galleon, and then afterwards, you want to slowly get rid of your Vermos, and then slowly get rid of your Bella, because Bella wouldn't really be needed anymore, and you just want to add in more damage dealers. You just want to add in more damage dealers. All right, so actually look into building double Tarks. They're actually good. Do you have any? No, you don't. Okay, check here. So it's the water hellhounds. These guys, they're great. They do a ton of damage. I would definitely recommend making one or two. Probably make one first just to see how it is, and then make two. But totally, if you can make two at once, make two at once. They are so fun to level up together in Feymon. Like I think at 5-star, I give them runes and they're able to farm Feymon Hell by themselves already, which is great. Especially this attack here, Group Hunt, pretty much it brings in 2 other allies to attack. So he'll attack with himself, and then he'll bring in 2 random units to attack with him, and whatever monster he brings in decreases their cooldown. So this is why they're really good. But anyways, for more on them, just watch the Dragons B10 video. It's actually pretty good. It's one of my my most watched videos, I think, actually. Anyways, so yeah, definitely look into building Tarks. They will help you out in Dragons B10. All right, so let's see here. What else? Raid. So currently you're doing R3 and waiting to fuse Panda. Please recommend a team that can make to R5 with the right runes. Possible 5-stars already are Darian, Raviti, Ran, Aman, Soha. Okay. All right. So for raids, so you're only doing R3 right now. Okay, so yeah, what you're thinking is really good actually. When I started to make my R4 team, it was actually my R5 team, but with shittier runes. I mean, why not, right? You want to make the end goal is to make an R5 team anyways. Why not start with R4 and just have, like shittier runes, because you're not going to be able to do R5 right away. So, so really importantly, monsters that are really good for frontline are you actually have some already. You don't really need the panda. Like, I don't use the panda. I don't have to use the panda. The fire panda, his third skill looked very, very promising. His first skill, armor bricks with 3 turns, which is good, right? And his second skill is okay, revenges, and then cleanse and put recovery on for 2 turns, right? Which is okay. But his third skill, which everybody thought was going to be crazy because it did damage proportionate to his max HP and the enemy's max HP. and applies like 3 random debuffs, which weren't really that random. It was always the same 3, right? Glancing, slow, and I think heal block. I can't remember. I don't really use them too often, but anyways, it's one of those. But yeah, he was very underwhelming in the damage department, though. His third skill doesn't do that much damage. But anyways, you already have pretty decent monsters for R5 already. So yeah, let me just say you can use Bella, Darien, so as your frontline. Those two are actually very good. They both have armor break, although you only need one, right? But you do need a really a second tanky monster because yeah, this is Bella's base defense is really high already. So if you stick on like, well, you're currently using her for dragons, right? But yeah, if you wanted to switch her out from the dragons team, she's really good for raids frontline. I mean, I use her, right? Just put on speed. Yeah, speed. Actually, not even speed. She doesn't really need speed there. But yeah, just like defense, HP, or even HP, defense. It just depends on what substats you can get on her, right? There's just what do you call it? Like you can watch my R5 video for that. Actually, I explain it in length there. It's like a half an hour video, but it's pretty in depth, and I also think that's pretty good too. All right. But yeah, so I'm just gonna name off the monsters really quickly, okay? Because frontline is very important. Once your frontline dies, you're pretty much dead. So it's really, really important to focus on those monsters first. All right, so Bella would be a good candidate. Darien is also a really good candidate. I know you asked me about Reviti. Reviti, though, the thing is why I don't really recommend Reviti is because it can only be used in raids, right? So it's not worth it to 6-star, and Reviti is not even that great. It's only okay. So I don't think you would want to waste time and build her. Just saying, like when they first came out with Reviti and like those other ones, you know, it looked good on paper, right? It has cleanse and put shield and stuff like that, but yeah, and reduce attack bar, but realistically, it's not that great. There are better options for cleansers, and you have Elisa. Elisa's perfectly good cleanser, and of course you have her on Swift. Okay, so for cleansers, she's pretty fast then for not having a slot 2 speedrun. Excuse me. So for cleansers, you would totally want your cleanser to be on violent and make them as fast as possible. Like just as fast as possible. If you can get her to 200, that's where it should be very good for R5. All right, but you're not even doing R4 yet. So for R4, she can be even a little slower, like 170 or 180. Still be fine. She'll be able to cleanse no problem. Only thing is though, you do need her skills to be max. Only her third skill. Her first and second skill doesn't really matter. It's the third skill because 6-turn cooldown is way too long. All right, so you need to bring it down to 4 turns, and that's when you'll be able to use her. Yeah, like if you want, let's see, you do have some Devilmons saved up, but it's not really worth it, really. I think. But yeah, you do want her to her third skill to be maxed though. You do want that. All right. And yeah, for damage dealers, yeah, again, Brandia is good. It's just that you need to get her HP up. Yeah, you just need to get her HP up. Like, get it to at least 20,000. Again, this is for R5, right? But yeah, R4, I think like even like 17,000 is okay. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'm not quite sure for R4 because I haven't done it for so long. But anyways. Yeah, and Water Kung Fu Girl is also very good actually. I would totally recommend building her and like 6-starring her because she could be used in many places. She's really good in R5. She's like one of the best damage dealers for R5 now. She's okay in dragons. It's just her third skill. Oh yeah, okay. Once you awaken her, she gets her third skill. it attacks randomly 4 times. So for dragons, maybe not as good. Maybe not as good. But for Necro though, I think she'll be okay in Necros. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If I had one, I would totally test it up, but I'm not quite sure because I don't really see people using her in Necros too much. But just looking at her skills, I think she'll be fine in Necros actually. All right. But yeah, I mean, you can still build the Panda. I mean, it is a free Nat 5 in a way. I mean, that you can fuse, right? And the Fire Panda is not bad in Necros because he can attack 3 times and attack 4 times. Sorry, attack 3 times with his first skill and attack 4 times with his third skill, and has a revenge on his second skill, which is okay. Just that don't expect him to be like really great. He's underwhelming. He's good for like newer players, I guess, but like very underwhelming for where I'm at. I was just expecting a lot more from him. But anyways, yeah, let's see. Oh, and yeah, Colleen is very important just because of her third skill. Not third skill, her first skill, which reduces attack power, which is very important because usually in R4 or R5 even, on the third jump, that's when you would die. Like if you don't get attack buff on her, attack debuff on them, that's probably, most people will die there because of that. And you do have her put on triple revenge. Good for you. Not much people do it. I don't know why, but I think that's the best build for her for raids, really. Triple revenge. It does, however, because Colleen is also very good in Necros. So if you put on triple revenge, it does, however, hurt your Necros team, which I noticed after I put on triple revenge. My Necros team was a little less consistent, just because she wouldn't do as much hits on the boss. But the trade-off is you get a really good monster for R5, which is okay. So really, for her, yeah, like she's how she's built right now already is actually pretty good for R4. So for so for R5, really you just need to get her HP up to like 20k. Oh, you already have more than 20k. Yeah, so her HP is already pretty good, and she's only 5-star right now. Wow, okay, so yeah, just 6-star her eventually when you plan on doing getting more into raids, because doing raids will improve your runes quality as well. So her speed right now for R4 is okay. R5, if you can get her to like 200 speed, do it. Do it. All right. Because you just because she won't be violent, not violent. Yeah, she won't be violenting that often. So you want her to go faster, so then she can get more turns in. So she has her heal up more often, and her heal block up more often as well. All right, and then and then the triple revenge. Whenever the boss attacks, she'll just revenge, and hopefully it'll just attack break him right away, that's what you're going for, which is good. And now other thing, probably like get a little bit more accuracy. She only has 7. I think like if you can get like 30 accuracy, that'll be that'll be much better. All right. But yeah, if only you had a Hua. Hua would be pretty good for a damage dealer. But since you don't have her, it's okay. You do have the Water Kung Fu Girl. So yeah, so that could be kind of like your proto team right now for R5. But you can use an R4 first, right? Use Bella, Darian, Colleen, Lisa as your cleanser. So front line would be Bella and Darian. All right. You might probably want to fuse the Panda because you're still using Bella in your Dragons team. But later on, once you don't need her in your Dragons team anymore, she's really good for raids. All right. But anyways, yeah. So probably fuse the Panda. So yeah, Darian, Colleen, Lisa, and then Panda. So that make 4. And then your damage dealer, you would want Kung Fu Girl. She's pretty good. All right. And then you would need another healer. You would need another healer. Yeah, too bad you don't have Chassin. Chassin would have been good. But anyways, you can actually stick your Bella too in there. Just put Bella in the back line, right? With the stats that she has now, you can just keep her in back line and she'll do fine. So you can try that team in R4, and it should do pretty well. You just kind of have to ruin your Kung Fu Girl. That's it. All right. Let's see what else here. So who to 6-star? Panda, Kung Fu Girl, Chloe, or Darian? You're not too sure. Okay. Let's see here. Well, very simple. What do you want to improve upon, right? And I think for your Giants team, it's already pretty decent. Like literally, once you get Galleon, you'll get like a 1-minute team. Once you get Galleon, it's that simple. But for your Dragons team, I would say try to prep that right now so that you can go a little faster once Galleon comes in. Because for Dragons, it's not as simple as Giants. Literally, Giants, just put in Galleon and then your 4 AoE nukers, and then you can get close to 1 minute if you have decent monsters already. But for Dragons, you need to tweak the team in order for it to work. Because like once I got my Vert and Galleon, I wasn't able to do like really fast like sub 2-minute runs in Dragons right away, right? I built double Turks, and it still took some time for me to get the runes up and then tweaking them correctly in order to make like a under 2-minute team. And now I'm able to do like around a minute or under a minute with the current team that I have, which is pretty good. But that took a lot of tweaking, right? So I would say tweak your monsters right now so that you can get a faster Dragons team, right? So like start switching out some of your guys to violent runes, and and then maybe build like a Tark or two, because for free to play players, they are probably like your only option of getting to like a 1-minute team, right? I tried many other teams, none of them work. Double Tarks is the easiest free to play option, right? If you don't have like Tayor or Zeratul, you're not getting a 1-minute team otherwise, right? But they're very cheap monsters to build, easy to level up, a little bit difficult to ruin, but very easy to attain and to level up. So definitely think about building them. All right. So yeah, for that, so just prep your team for Galleon when you get him, because really you do need Galleon. You do need Galleon to get a certain speed up. You can probably get under 2 minutes by using Mentura if you want. But the rune requirements for that will still be high, and it's kind of inefficient, right? Because Galleon is very efficient, so just kind of wait for him. Because with whatever you have now is okay. You can just keep it, but just tweak your team or consider making the double Torques for a quicker Dragons team. All right. So so in terms of who to 6-star. Who should you 6-star? Let me see here. Maybe don't 6-star anybody yet. Like when you get the once you finish fusing the Panda, definitely 6-star him. He's a Nat 5, totally 6-star, right? He has good substats, not substats. Sorry, he has good base stats, right? And Nat 5s just get more out of 6-starring than most monsters because of their base stats are higher than most monsters, so they get more out of it. So yeah, definitely 6-star him once you get him, because he does help out with Necro's team as well. So really, you want to do whatever you can to make your progression faster. Yeah, that should be your goal. Like if I were to start all over, my number one goal would be to progress as quick as I can, right? And right now, yeah, just do your Dragons, and maybe the Panda would be good. You don't really need to 6-star your Kung Fu Girl yet, not just yet, because she works really well on violent runes in raids, and you're not able to do Necros. You're not able to do NB10 yet. NB8 with 25% chance success rate. Okay. Yeah, again, very value monsters, Tarks are very, very good. All right, I use them in Giants B10, Dragons B10, and Necros B10. Believe it or not, I don't use them anymore in Giants just because I have a lot of AOE monsters, right? So I don't need it. But for Dragons and Necros, I use them all the time. My Dragons, I can get 1 minute. My Necros is really, really shit because I don't really put any work into it. But my double Tarks are there, and I can get like 1 minute and 40 seconds to 2 minute and 30 seconds. The time ranges a lot because Necros is stupid. Right? I don't like doing it either, but definitely probably the best thing for your progression right now is to look into building double Tarks. I'm not kidding. Look into building them because once you set them up and get ready for the Galleon, your giant Dragons team will run a lot faster. You just need tweaking, and then they do also work in Necros as well. But yeah, totally look into them. I wouldn't say 6-star the both of them right away. Just get them to 5-star and then save them until you get Galleon. But yeah, let's see who else here. Yeah, I myself haven't really built any monster specifically for Necros. I use a bunch of monsters from like other things, and I just put it into my Necros team, and it just works out. I have what is it? Colleen, Panda, Tark, and Hua. Right? They're all from other things. Colleen is from raids, and Double Tark is from Giants and Dragons, and Hua is from Dragons. Right? And I just fit them in there, and it works out. Because really, you don't really need to do Necros too much. Yeah, Necros is more for like end game because it has a lot of runes that has to do with PvP content, like Nemesis and Nemesis and Will runes, which are very, very important in PvP. But you don't really need that too much, so I wouldn't stress out about it. Just concentrate on your Dragons and Giants. And eventually you'll just be able to pick some monsters from those teams, and it'll just work in Necros. So you don't have to stress out about that. But if you did really want to build a Necro team, I would suggest building the Water Lich. What's his working name? Regal or something? Where is he? Yeah, this dude here. Yeah, Regal. So he's very good if you want to build him for Necros. I'm actually considering building him. Just because I can't stand, because I'm starting to farm more Necros, and I can't stand the 2 minute the 2 minute time. Especially I've been doing 1 minute for Giants and B10 all this time, so the 2 minute is getting to me. So I might build him. But if you're looking for a monster to 6-star, and if you want to make your Necros team faster, consider building him. But that would be for later. Don't 6-star him. Don't 6-star him. All right. And as for who to use Devilmons on, let's see, who do you have? Okay. Oh, did you not? Okay. Okay, so how many Devilmons you have? Keep saving, or okay, it doesn't say. It should say somewhere. You have about 20 Devilmons. Ooh, okay. So definitely prioritize your nat 5s, really. All right. Verad and Rika. Does Rika really need? Oh, Rika's already fully skilled. So I would say give it to your Verad. Yeah, just give it to your Verad. He doesn't even need that much. Well, he actually does kind of need a lot, but yeah, definitely give it to your Verad. Nat 5s, because you're not gonna pull another Nat 5 and feed it to Verad anyways, right? And he is a very good monster, so feed it to him. He'll be pretty good. Just feed it to him, right? Like any other Nat 4s, like Kung Fu Girl or like Chassin or whatever, you can pull Nat 4s to fodder them up like that. So you don't have to do that, right? So just yeah, feed it to Verad, really. Let's see, am I missing anything else? This is going kind of long. God damn it. Let's see here. Okay, so you're having troubles with TOA 60 right now. TOA hard 60. Okay, how to beat the boss. Okay, so which boss is that? I think that's the Artemil, right? The light archangel. Oh, okay, so it's the counter team. Oh man. Okay. Really, really annoying. Alright, really annoying. But you already have you have really good monsters. I'm surprised you didn't beat it yet. Okay. So definitely let's see here. I have a thing here. Okay, so I'll tell you the team that I beat it with. I beat it with Beretta, Mav, Basalt, Spectra, and a combination of Vero or Area would be good. Yeah, okay. Actually, no. I use Veramos there. Right? I use Veramos there. Okay, I just put Area there because that's an option to use. All right. So for your team, you have a much better selection of monsters for TOA hard than I have. All right. So definitely, I would use Beretta, Mav, Verad, Spectra, and one more. One more. You do need another like stunner or healer. And Rika. Oh man, what's she runed as? Okay, she's runed as Fatal. If she was runed on Despair, should be a lot better for TOA. But you can try this. You can try this team. You have a lot of CC here. A lot of CC, right? Beretta will, of course, dot all the monsters and please say on Despair. Okay, on Despair, good. Dot the monsters and stun them, and with the Turbulence, will reduce the boss attack bar to 0, of course. Of course, you know that. All right. And Verad, again, he stuns, sorry, not stun, he freezes on 2 skills, and on his 3rd skill, he reduces attack bar to 0. All right. So, yeah, he'll be very good to use there. And then Rika, too, she had more dots and more stuns. What's the speed here? What's the speed of them? Oh, Mav is really fast. Okay, try to make it so that Mav isn't too fast, so then when you stick on monsters for TOA or TOA hard, that he will go last, and then he can just, use his, what's his 3rd skill called? Yeah, his Wings of Wind to reset the skill. So you try to make him go last if possible, compared to all the other guys. Yeah, Mav's too fast. Mav's way too fast. Mav's way too fast. Of course, if you can put him on like Violent at 150 speed, that'll be fast enough. Literally, like that's what my Mav is. My Mav is only 5-star, and I was able to use him there, and he works. So yeah, try that team. It's a lot better team than what I had. You should be able to do it. So yeah, Beretta, Rika, Verad, Mav, and Spectra. Yeah, that should work. I think that'd be overkill actually, maybe, because that's really good. You have 3 stunners, and but within 3 of them you have 5 AOE skills, which is very good. And then you have 2 types of CCing, no, 3 types of CCing for the boss, with Mav's Provoke, the Verad's Absolute 0, which decreases attack bar to 0, and Beretta's Turbulence as well. So you have 3 ways of controlling the Light Archangel, which is good. And then you have like 5 AoEs, man. you should be able to do it with this team, all right? Just reduce your Mav's attack, his speed a little bit. He's too fast. He needs to go last. He needs to be slower than your Verad here, all right? So just slow him down or switch out some runes or something. But yeah, he doesn't need to be this fast. He's way too fast, all right? And Spectra, yeah, Spectra is built properly, I think. Yeah, so yeah, Spectra is built properly. You can even put like crit rate here if you have enough HP, really. Yeah, so try out that team. That team should work. All right. I need to wrap up here. It is taking too long. Okay. All right. So I think I covered most of it. Oh yeah, Guild Wars. I almost forgot about that. You're slowly building a ignore damage defense team, which is good. Blah blah blah. Okay. So for Guild Wars, yeah, really just don't worry about it. Just work on your Giants and B10 team. Probably dragons. Work on your dragons team. For guild wars, you're in a farming guild anyway, so it doesn't really matter there on what you put for defense. All right, and yeah, you are working on ignore defense team. So you have copper. I don't really see a bulldozer anywhere. No bulldozer. And no immacity. So maybe he's in your storage. But yeah, you would need those guys to do to make the team work. It's just it is very easy to build. As I mentioned a million times in my daily dose videos. But yeah, you do have immacity here. And you can probably get bulldozer very easily. Oh, okay, you already have them. Yeah, so just work on them. Very easy to rune and to build and to level up. All right. Yeah, so that will be it for the review. Sorry if I missed anything. If I did, just email me and ask me questions, and I'll reply to them. All right. So yeah, so that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Watch my other videos, and until next time, happy farming.